Do you see now the difference in our power?
Atif basically exploited this player. This player didn't know how to get out of this rocket spam mix-up, and Atif said that basically he realized that this guy didn't know how to step and launch it or whatever, so that's why he kept abusing it. The guy didn't know how to stop it, and Atif kept using this to tackle him. Now, there's a different conversation that's going on where people are just talking about how this move is ridiculous, period, right? Tekken always had moves like this that could just knowledge check you into the dirt. That's one of Tekken's biggest problems. Some people would say is that there's too many knowledge checks, but a move like this where it's like a jump and rocket attack is unprecedented, right? Never before has there been projectiles this strong, this evasive, this confusing in the game. People who are going to tournaments who are getting knowledge checked to death by these tools, right? And I mean, me personally, I don't like it. I don't think this type of gameplay should be celebrated or should be possible. If Anna does something like this, if that rocket whiffs, she should have a very slow recovery, and then you should be able to launch her for it. That's what I think. I think if she misses her rocket, there should be an animation where she reloads her rocket, and while she's reloading her rocket, you could just straight up destroy her. That's fair. If she hits the rocket, she doesn't need to reload it. But if it whiffs, whether it's a slide whiff, whether it's a mid whiff, whether it's this whiff here, if any of her rockets whiff, she should have to reload and you should punish her. That's how it should be. Like I said, Harada responded to this. So this person says, dude, sidestep. That move is so linear. Bandai Namco says, thank you for saying the right thing. Someone says, they throwing people to the Sharks TWT. Bandai Namco says, it's rite of passage, not just in TWT 25, but fighting games. We've all been there. Wait. So the way that Harada is tackling this is that this guy was getting bullied live on stream for everyone, and that's for everyone to laugh at, and that's unacceptable, because that's what this guy's talking about, right? Putting aside the gameplay, so ignoring the balance of this, they are focusing on how the official account would broadcast this bullying vibe to the world. This esports Twitter account was basically broadcasting to the world 1.5 million views, this Asuka player getting bullied, and Harada is saying that he doesn't like that and he's going to step in. As expected, it's not good, so I'm pointing it out as well. Someone said, I watched the match in the video, but it made me feel sick. I can't believe the management would officially post something like this. Thinking that the Tekken game was made by people like that, I've lost interest. So the Japanese players are having a very different take on this than non-Japanese, where everyone else is like kind of trolling this guy for not knowing the matchup, not knowing the skill, not knowing how to get out of it, whatever. The Japanese players are highlighting how the official Bandai Namco Esports account is basically promoting bullying. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm saying that's what the Japanese players are getting from this. That's a very interesting perspective that I did not expect to go. I was expecting to see everyone talk about how broken this is, how this shouldn't be allowed, but they're having a different conversation. Harada responds to this one, you're absolutely right, and I agree that this is definitely not okay. I'll pass it on to the management and we will work on improving the game together. They're more upset that this person is being bullied like this in tournament and the Twitter account shared it than the fact that the move is balanced this way to bully people. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that what's the problem here? Is it a problem that the Bandai Namco Esports clipped this and made a joke of it? Or do you think it's a problem that this move exists? I kind of think both. I think both, kind of, right? Like the Bandai Namco Esports posts a lot of clips about tournaments and whatnot, and they try to get the engagement going. I mean, if you look at the 1.5 million views versus 2,000 likes, that's not good, right? Why is it still up though? Why didn't they delete it? Thank you for reply. I apologize for coming across as arrogant. I hope Tekken can be more exciting, and I'm grateful for the willingness to make improvements. Thank you for your kind attention. Also, note what I've always tried to explain to you guys and tell you guys about how Harada really wants Tekken to be popular in Japan, and the Japanese players got upset by this, and Harada's immediately stepping in to take action, right? Someone says, there's no problem with the playstyle in fighting games. Stop being ultra soft, man up if you want to fit in. The first sentence I agree with. You can play however you want. You can key charge, you can teabag, you can do whatever. If the developers don't like it, then remove the key charge, remove your ability to teabag, right? If they don't like whatever is being done, they have the power to adjust it. And this is why I always tell people, when people are getting, hate for using a move or a mechanic, even though I may think a mechanic is busted, I will never blame the player for it, because the player is not doing anything illegal. If they put 50-second rage arts in the game like Negan had, and you spam that rage art every single time, you're not doing anything wrong. If you don't want to skip your intro, if you don't want to finish the set, the game gives you the ability to do these things. And if you want the players to stop doing it, then you take it up with the people who make the game. And this playstyle falls in line with that. But it triggered a response from Harada. He says, it seems there are people who, no matter what you say, only post self-assertions, don't they? That aside, can't something be done about their choice of words? At this rate, I can't even respond to anything anymore. This kind of goes into the other aspects of social media and how Tekken players are interacting with it. It's not even about like finding some type of agreement anymore. It's more so just like, I hate this thing and I'm just going to hate on it no matter what. I'm not here trying to find a solution. I'm not trying to come to an agreement. I just want to hate. Stop acting soft. Harada, you're from Okusa. But yeah, like, you got to think, bro, like, I agree with this guy, but I do think all of this is kind of unnecessary. You're not going to get your message across. Put it like this. If someone is outside eating dirt, they're eating dirt. We all can see that eating dirt is not good, right? But if I say, hey bro, stop eating dirt, you moron, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, it's like, do I really want them to stop eating dirt, or am I just there to insult them? That's basically how social media is. Okay, so now that we know that this situation got really deep, I think we should go back and look at what Bilal said. Or not Bilal, Atif. Atif said, I read some of the replies under this post. People are really speaking badly on the game itself. Some even saying it's a homing move. He laughs. Man, this guy has no idea about anything. All he had to do was sidestep and launch. He was unsure of how to deal with this. That's why I kept using it against him. I won't repeat such risky stuff against pros, of course. This is also an interesting part as well, because basically how you defeat this move is you sidestep and launch it, right? But you talk about the problem with Season 2 as a whole is how you have these moves that are really powerful and they have a heavy guard. See, bro, this is what I hate about Tekken, bro. This move hits you and it imposes a heavy guard on you, and your opponent is like at such a disadvantage, right? So you fear this move a lot because of it. It's very deceiving, and it makes it something that you wouldn't want to challenge, because I mean, look at how it pushes the Asuka. It does chip, it pushes her back. It's a very deceptive attack, right? Season 2 has a lot of very powerful attacks like this, but there's a catch. The catch is you beat it in one particular way. Whether it's a sidestep and you launch them, whether it's a crouch and you launch, whether it's a jab and interrupt, you have a lot of attacks. This is what we're talking about when you talk about the bloat. You have a lot of attacks in this game, and all of these attacks have one specific way to beat it. In past Tekkens, moves like, first off, a move like this wouldn't reach you. A move like this wouldn't exist. So you used to be able to backdash out of the range of it. You used to not take chip damage. Basically, these moves are scrub killers. All of Season 2 has so many moves that's very powerful, and you could only beat it with one way. And there's other moves from Anna where sidestepping would kill you. There's other moves from Anna where you have to crouch. So I don't know if you guys get what I mean when I say that, but I think that that's the problem with Season 2. You have too many knowledge checks, and there's only one way to get out of it. And there's no way on earth the average player can know all of it, right? Because people say skill issues, which I agree. But here's the thing, right? The past Tekkens, like Tekken 7 and all of the past Tekkens, you didn't have the average player drowning this much to knowledge checks. Like in Tekken 7, I was able to go into the game with limited knowledge and really like compete. But in this game, you can't do that. When people say lab the matchup, lab the matchup, lab the matchup, first you have to understand that this game has way too many attacks. But then also these attacks are changing too frequently. Also, you have to consider that these attacks have different properties. A move will be launch punishable normal. In heat, it will be safe. So you have to lab the same move twice for almost every character in the game. No one talks about how it's too much. I get labbing. I totally get the concept of labbing. But at a certain point, you reach a point where it's too much. I hate the heat system for that reason. And the point that I was going to make is that we even see pro players die into this. We see pro players from time to time fall victim to the bloat that this game has.